Welcome to Sissues. We are two sisters with issues and a need to work them out, and we're inviting you along for the ride.
Here we are taking the big things we have in common: our love for Outlander, inappropriate humor, and why people do the things they do. Mix this up with our dirty lady mo's, and this podcast is born.
But don't worry, we'll explore other issues too.
Because you know,
when you have sisters, you have issues.
If you are easily offended or don't appreciate the creative use of colorful Canadian cursive language, this is not the podcast for you.
Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Sissues. Hey Sher, how's it going?
It's going.
That's awesome. Well, welcome back to our Outlander rewatch. We are on season 5, episode 9, Monsters and Heroes.
Woo! Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, well, I just saw you. I left you this morning, actually.
You did. We had a really fun time last night. You came and we're hanging out with me and my hosts with the mosts, Paul and Cheryl, who have been, I've been staying with them for the last couple of weeks. And we had a big old pool party last night where you were molesting the shark noodle.
It was so much fun.
Yeah. So it wasn't Sharknado in the pool. It was Shark Noodle. And Phyllis, it was legitimately like she molested that noodle.
Okay, but hold on a second. I was wearing a flamingo little floaty and I had the shark noodle because the shark noodle actually had a seat on it.
Mm-hmm.
So
a tail and a head, and she was going to town.
I was knocking people on the head with my noodle. It was like shark attack in the water.
It was hilarious, and we were all laughing. So it's like us from ages 49 to 65, and we were all laughing our holes off. It was so much fun. And we were like, if people were to take a look inside that door, they would have been like hearing a bunch of 12-year-olds laughing. Yeah. And then they would have looked in and went, oh, somebody let them out of the senior center early.
Well, and then us girls, we got our exercise on. I left my noodle behind. I took the floaty off and I was just treading water and swimming, and you guys were doing the same. And what did the boys do?
Went to drink beer?
No, before that. Oh. They took out the water guns, as every 12-year-old boy does, right?
And not just water guns. These were like
blasters.
Water blasters that were just like, Jesus is pissing on you. It's like the most ridiculous things in the world.
Yeah.
Oh, and boy, you got out your dirty look. Holy hell.
I can honestly say that no one has ever hit me with a water gun before, especially in the head.
Oh, he was like pelting you in the back of the head so hard, and you turned around, and the look on your face, my husband, Andrew, even looked at you and he went, ooh. It's like, oh, Kevin is gonna die. A slow and painful death.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, the look on your face was pure death. If he could have spontaneously combusted just from the look on your face, he would have. That was, oh my god.
Well, and what did Andrew do? Oh my gosh, he kept us so entertained. What was his trick of the evening?
Oh, it was so funny. So you've got Kevin on one side of him, and you've got Paul on the other side of them, and they've got the great big huge gun blasters, and they're just pelting him from one side and the other with this huge amount. And Andrew lifts up this little teeny tiny squirt gun, and he's like, pew 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 at each of them, and they keep on firing these water cannons at him. And he's like, you think it's funny? And he's like, but mine has pee in it.
So funny. funny. Oh my gosh. And he also had one of those round floaty donuts. He put it at the bottom of the slide and nailed it every single time. Every time he went down the slide, right through the center of it, and it didn't even move. Yeah.
Which is funny because if he put it over his head, it would get stuck on his shoulders.
Yeah.
There was no way he was getting through it. And especially he would regularly not go over his belly either.
Right.
But yeah, jumping off of that slide, going off of the slide, straight through it.
So great. So great. Alrighty, guys. So let's get back to our Outlander rewatch. If you're watching it on Netflix, please make sure that you skip the recap and go directly to the song and share. Well, you can, Stan.
I surely will. We'll go. And as soon as I hit one, pals, you will hit play. So we go 3, 2, 1.
Well, that was quite a splash.
Oh my God.
I'll be making pool references for the rest of the evening. Thank you very much, lass. Yes.
Oh, goody gumdrops.
Oh,
can't wait.
So you're going to be leaving where you are right now and headed to...
I'm heading to Courtney, which is Courtney, BC, Comox area. My father-in-law and stepmother-in-law are there. So we're going to be visiting them for a little bit.
Well, that's awesome. I think you're going to have a great visit.
I'm sure. Oh, and Karen, we have friends there, Karen, and which is the daughter of Cheryl, who I'm staying with now. I used to babysit her, and she had Andrew was her first love. She had a serious crush on him. I was Karen's babysitter. Yeah. And Andrew was my boyfriend at the time. And Karen had a huge crush on Andrew.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Which continues to this day. So
and she's a great lady. I wanted to say girl, but no, she's a great.
Yeah, she's in her 40s now. So
yeah, exactly. Look at the buffalo.
It's a bison, buffalo, bison.
Tonka.
And he could lick his nostril, but he's not going to.
Hello, is anybody home?
Knock, knock, knock. Hello, baby.
Right. And what does this make? Like 12?
It's about 18th, baby.
18th? Yeah. I think you're right.
How about there?
She's glowing.
She is.
So perfect position means head is down, cervix is ready to go,
primed and ready.
Yeah.
And she always has a different bump.
Yeah.
For every show to show the passing of time.
And I love how she tells Claire, she's glad that she's going to be there, not just as her physician, but as a ma figure, it's so sweet.
And she's like a little proud of herself for saying it.
I know, right?
I've grown so much.
Yeah. And I love this, how they're just dyeing everything blue. They got one color, so let's just dye everything blue.
Yep, we've got the indigo. Let's go for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Wonder if they're going to start to make dungarees. You think so? It's a denim blue, don't you think?
And I really like too, because then you do start seeing more blue in the costuming and stuff like this afterwards, which is kind of neat.
And I wonder what they made the blue coloring from. Maybe blueberries? Blueberries? Okay, I that would tickle me. That would tickle me. Your hands softly over my side.
Mm-hmm.
Dada, what are you doing? What are you trying to find my toy?
Yeah. Shit. And I love it. Something stung him. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Nasty sting you got there. Want me to blow on it? You sadist. Oh, so
Phyllis, what? You need to turn off your subtitles because now you're reading the lines.
I told you it was a bad idea.
It's a great idea for me because I don't read everything. Now you're just reading everything. You have to turn yours off.
Okay, guys, make sure your subtitles are off, and I will talk you through the whole episode.
It's always funny when they have little kids swear.
Yeah.
It's just funny.
Yeah, it is.
And here comes Colonel Cockblocker.
Yeah. Yeah. Figures.
Yeah. She's like,
and
no,
he's
I'll take the blanket. My husband has probably seen your dick before. My dad has probably seen your dick before, but he's never seen my titties. So guess what?
Exactly. Flap was down a little bit much, and she should have answered the door so fast, like give him a chance to get his pecker put away.
You've seen a little flash of Roger's bush.
Yeah, he's a hairy man, that one.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I know I did a meme with Colonel Cockblocker in it. And the picture is of, Roger flipping up his pants there.
Yeah.
Because Richard Rankin has a very, very, very passionate fan group. He has numerous fan groups.
Right.
And I'm not going to pick which one.
Yeah.
Or which one this person was from.
Yeah.
Sent me a message asking me for the still that I got the picture from.
Oh yeah, okay.
And she's like, "Can you please send me that?
I need to put that in my spank bank."
Yes, exactly.
Thank you very much.
And she needed it for her rub tub.
Exactly. There we go.
I love this picture. These pictures of them. I took this screenshot too and made it into a little the Laird and Laddies
the boys are back
album
in town.
Album cover.
Yeah, exactly. That's awesome.
Because it was just such a great shot. It's like a little choreographed. We've seen a little bit of a mistake there. If you look at it really close, I catch it every single time I see it. For just a split second, they showed Josiah on the left side of Jamie. When he was on the right side of him the whole time. Right. Just showed a quick clip of him sitting on the right side of them, on the left side of him. So it was kind of funny.
Shite. No pun intended.
Literally. Right?
Shite. Crap.
So,
Dag nabbit. Dang. Dung nabbit. Doug nabbit. I'm trying to use as many crappy words as I can come up with. See, that's so great. That just came to the top of my head. Sometimes I'm so good at this thing.
Yeah, you're not too shitty.
Yeah. That's awesome.
You see? Job on. Yeah, see, this is a pretty good little snippet, but it's the whole thing, the way it unraveled in the books was really good. I like how they adapted it for the show. I think it was really well done. Oh, and here we go.
Oh, crap.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. Yeah.
And I'm surprised he wasn't wearing tall boots. It didn't.
It got him on the inside of the thigh.
I know, but
kneeling down.
But he wasn't. He was standing up when he got it.
No, so he wasn't standing all the way up. He was still kneeling.
See, now I thought he was standing up, and we can't go back and rewind it because that's just going to screw everything all up.
No, he wasn't standing full up. He was kind of like he had one knee down. Yeah, because it bit him on the inside of the thigh.
Yeah.
Suck
on it, Roger.
Give it a sucky suck.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know why he's waiting so long. He knows what needs to be done.
Well, they have to make awkward eye contact first.
Yeah.
And whatever you do.
Yeah.
When you go down to knee level, don't stare at him in the eye. Because that would be really weird.
It's creepy. That's like a special kind of relationship there. Why cut it that way? I don't cut it down the middle, cut it from hole to hole and suck on it that way.
Now look at each other. Look at each other. Come on.
Deeply.
Stare. Look up. Ooh.
Oh, do you see that pop?
Yep, I did.
And stick it in the ground.
Now look up.
Don't look, Jamie. Don't look at his top of his head. That's not.
This is not awkward.
No.
Enough.
Right. Do it again.
He didn't take enough. He needs to do
No,
some
he
more.
needs to do it more. Like, why
Do it
Jamie's
more.
not making.
Do it for a long time.
Yeah.
Shucky on my leggy.
Yeah, exactly.
You need me to suck on your knee.
And Jamie, you need to be tying it off above the wound to prevent. Yeah, you know what? Honestly, these guys are just driving me crazy at this point. No one's paying attention what Claire is trying to teach them. Honestly,
it's just rely on the girl and, don't pay attention to what she tells you to do. That's it.
Right.
That's all.
And I'm glad that he had the forethought to grab the head of the snake. Right. Yeah. But never showed it to Claire. Right. Yeah. Just left it in the cabin for Brianna to find. But he was going to show Claire so she would know what kind of snake it is, but never showed Claire so she didn't know what kind of snake it was. It's a good day for dying. Yeah. Yep. Way to go, Lizzie. Now, is she the monster, the hero?
Lizzie, always the hero.
Right?
Always.
Yeah.
Always. Love Caitlin O'Ryan. And if you don't follow her on Instagram, people, you just want to know who a cool chick is. It's Caitlin O'Ryan.
She's always cool. Doing something,
Yeah. She's just, I think she's got such kind of bohemian kind of style.
Yeah.
But she's also really chic, and she seems like just a take no shit kind of girl.
I wonder how tall she is.
I think she's not overly tall, but I don't think she's like teeny tiny.
I don't think she's shorty people.
No, I don't think so.
No. Well, and here they're talking about, declare always want to be a doctor and, so I think, Brianna's just kind of feeling a little lost, and, she was taking history with Frank and then decided to go to MIT, rediscovering herself and, becoming an engineer. And now she really can't put that to use. Right. So I like the conversation they're having about that.
Well, and the thing is that she really could put a lot of it to use, but how much can she do without, really putting a big old glass on herself saying, look at me.
Yeah.
look how, inventive I am. Look how, impressive I am. Right.
And if she did, would that affect history? Claire and Jamie already know that, it really didn't affect history, and I don't think she's the type of person that wants to affect history either. Right. So,
but she probably sure would like a indoor toilet or
hamburger,
warm water in her house, or,
wouldn't that be awesome?
Like that.
Yeah. Even if they just kind of did it for themselves, I think that would be kind of cool and funny.
Yeah. Because there are things that she can do. Like, I mean, why not?
Yeah. Well, and I feel like Roger's just kind of walking around in circles, not really going anywhere. So I don't think
he feels a lot the same way.
Yeah.
I mean, when you think that you're trying to look for people in order to get help for your father-in-law, you can't yell.
No,
because, your voice is just coming back.
Yeah.
And your father-in-law might die, and everybody loves your father-in-law.
Yeah, exactly.
Man.
And, he's trying to fire a shot just to get attention. Oh, good. No, but hopefully nobody's that way, because you didn't look before you shot.
And you didn't shoot very high.
No, and luckily it didn't rebound off a tree either.
Right, exactly. Like, shoot up in the air a little bit more next time, Roger. Like, good idea.
I went looking for people, but I shot a tree and ended up shooting myself in the leg.
Exactly. And Fergus was just right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Oops.
Yep, there it is. And that's
they're back, but
yeah,
not everybody.
no luck at all. All those men out hunting and nobody got anything.
And that's the thing too. I love Marsley. Nothing at all. Like seriously.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Now they find out that Jamie hasn't returned. So,
yeah.
Well, she looks so big there standing beside Fergus. And he still looks so dapper.
We say it every single time.
I know it's terrible. We need to get off that.
No, honestly. I don't think so. Did you see Cesar's Instagram post the other, you have to follow that man on Instagram, by the way.
I do follow him.
Did you not see the picture of him in the elevator?
No, I totally missed it.
Oh my God.
I don't know why I don't get notifications on him.
Took this picture of himself and his shirt was open. He was wet. And
loving an elevator.
I almost like it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Man, so Jamie's eating snake.
Art. He is art.
Yeah.
Beautiful, man.
Use the bigger sticks there, Roger. It's already lit, so you don't need the kindling. You need to get some larger pieces of wood.
I don't know if Roger can hear you.
Well, I don't know why, he's just, anywho.
Jamie, his lips are numb. Numb, 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 numb. Numb, numb, your lips.
Okay.
Numb, numb,
numb. Well, I don't understand why they didn't just try to keep walking, while he could, and he
couldn't walk right from the start.
Well, he could walk. Right. He had another leg.
Well, you can't walk on one leg. You can hop on one leg.
Yeah, but he could have held him. They could have went as far as they could. Yeah, I suppose. Now we're just going to let him lay there and get sick. He's still coherent. Mm-hmm. He's, a little bit shaky or whatever, but get his butt up and get going. Yeah. But then again, it could spread the venom faster. So you need to chill a little bit, but something's got to give because no one ain't got a cell phone.
Oh, look, that's icky.
You didn't suck on it enough, Roger.
No, you didn't. Should have sucked harder.
Yeah.
Should have sucked faster and harder.
But, some of those guys just can't,
No, just get it.
And Jamie is starting to not look so good,
No, he thinks his time's coming.
Yeah, exactly. And I can only imagine how someone would feel, you're not near home. You're out in the middle of the woods. You got bit by a venomous snake. It's coursing through your body. Like any normal person, they'd be gone already. Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is like, they're like, no, remember your obituary, you're going to die in a fire. Well, you know what? That was before you had to go into the woods and babysit Roger when you're hunting. And you might not have been there with the snakes. So guess what? Maybe you don't die in a fire after all, because Roger's here.
Yeah. And see, now Jamie finds out that Brianna does know about Bonnet,
So, and you being a Dinkosaurus Rex and not telling her.
Yeah.
Not communicating with your daughter.
Yeah.
Again.
Thank goodness we know how to communicate with our man.
Oh, yeah. You're going to share that story.
No, I'm not going to share that story. That was just crazy story. All I can say is this afternoon, I thought I needed to take my husband to a mental institution, and he thought he needed to take me to a mental institution because we missed 4 words in our conversation back and forth to each other.
He was talking about a Costco in one town, and she was talking about a Costco in another town, and they both thought each other were going crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, because one was only 15 minutes away and the other one was an hour and 30 minutes away. And so I was heading to the hour and 30 minutes away one because I didn't know about the one 15 minutes away. So yeah, anywho, yeah, that was interesting.
Communicado.
Yeah.
Do it.
Very important, which, we all know that Outlander lacks, that clear communication, or, when you think you're trying to save someone, you just end up hurting everybody in the long run. So, and they did a good job with the makeup here, don't you think?
Oh yeah. He looks like death.
Yeah. He looks sick.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've seen Sam in other things, but I just think he masters this role. Don't you think?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He knows Jamie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I heard, a lot of the fandom, oh, we hope that he's the next James Bond, all of that. Now it's starting to flip, and they're saying that, they like him rugged. They don't want to see him clean cut and as James Bond and all of that. But you know what? He has to have a life outside of Outlander too. So
for sure.
I would love to see him continue on as James Bond. I really would.
Oh, you know what? I think any kind of role that he can sink his teeth into. I know that he loves theater. Yeah. Theater is, one of his big passions. I'd love to see him return to something that he really loves to do.
Yeah.
But I think that's another reason why I love seeing, why he does so well as Jamie, because Jamie is a larger than life character, right?
Yeah.
So I think having that theater background was a really important thing for the character of Jamie.
Yeah. Well, and I wonder what Katrina will do. I think she'll continue on with feature films. She does a really great job.
Mm-hmm. I think so too. Yeah. I know that she has purchased rights to different books and stuff like that. So I think that she's going to be probably.
Oh my goodness, he's yawning.
I know. I almost sucked the air of the whole room.
Oh my God. And I didn't yawn after watching you yawning. Woohoo!
Yet. I think she'll be doing some producing, like executive producing and stuff like that too. And probably as well as starring in.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess there's even buzz around her new movie where she played Kenneth Branagh's mom.
Yeah.
There's Oscar buzz.
Yeah.
With that. Please excuse the telephone ringing in the background, guys.
Sherry is visiting at someone's house. So yeah, sorry for the phone. Guys. Yeah, that's okay. I had to close up all my windows because there's another family here, and they were out paddle boarding and kayaking, and they were all out in the hot tub. So, a few teenage girls, but you know what? I have to say, I just love that sound of, kids laughing and everybody having fun. It's awesome.
Now they know something's wrong.
Yeah. The horses are back.
Yeah. The horse came back the very next day.
No, the same day actually, but.
Oh.
Yeah.
How do you know?
Thing. Because
it was overnight. They spent the night in the woods.
Yeah, I'm teasing. Hello.
No, you're not. You are not. You just fucked up, and I corrected you. Shut up. Look at your face.
Because they can't dawn. See it. It's at the break of dawn that they decided to. You could tell because the sun was just coming up when he went outside. When Ian went outside and seen the horses in the yard.
The horse came back the very next day.
I know, and I was bugging you, sister.
No, you weren't.
Oh God. Oh, you know what? Kiss my red rosy elbow. I don't really think that Roger knows where he's going. And he said, damn, that was heavy to try and pull him.
Now, see, and that was another thing too. I get that, like Roger going there and like lifting him up. I could just see him doing that and like sticking his ass in Sam's face.
Yeah, exactly.
So fun. Well, yeah, it would be. The guy is like solid muscle.
Exactly.
And you're dragging his dead weight. Like, please. That would be heavy as hell.
Put a couple little wheelie wheels at the bottom. Come on. Come on, be inventive there, Roger. Gosh.
Yeah, right. Where's he going to find wheelie wheels?
Well, at least he could have made the ends of them more like sleighs rather than those poles digging in the ground and scraping his way through.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But yeah, he doesn't look good.
Tell and I know I meant it.
You know, and Roger, he's like, okay, this can't happen. You know what I mean? No. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. And when I saw that, I'm like, oh my God, please don't die, Jamie. Like, no, it can't. We're only season 5. We got 6 to go. We got 7 to go. So yeah, good try, Jamie.
Yeah. Well, this season does, like, he doesn't have to live, I guess.
Yeah.
And you gotta love when, you know, like I'm not a you know, religion person at all, but it's kind of nice when they tap into those kinds of things. Look here, punk.
Yeah. Sorry, didn't mean to sit on your face.
Right?
Yeah.
Dink.
What a pretty valley.
So dead weight. And I love seeing Fergus on a horse. Right.
Well, and John Bell
anywhere. Well, yeah, John Bell's natural on the horse, right? The one hand hanging off. Like he's just cool.
Yeah.
He's so cool. Fergus, on the other hand, is just hot.
Yeah. Oh, and you got to remember that, you know, Roger's voice doesn't go very loud, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, he tries to yell, but
he can't yell.
He
just
yell.
Doesn't have that.
But at least he had the forethought to, you know, make some noise, right?
Yeah.
And good thing he picked a strong stick.
Yeah, he sure did.
Know? Yeah, exactly. I like that. Wood thwacking. It's thwacking. Sorry, I'm still reading the closed captions.
Thwacking continues.
Yeah, that sounds kind of, you know, funny.
And I apologize to everybody for how thirsty I'm getting over Cesar. I just can't help myself. This Fergus character, this Cesar.
Yeah.
After it was after doing the Zoom chat with the guy.
Yeah.
With him, like, just staring at you when he's talking to you, those eyes and that accent. And I usually don't like a French accent. I'm usually not but his accent along with his eyes.
Okay.
Damn.
So what are they going to do now here? Like, they didn't even show, did they throw him over the horse? Did someone hold him? You know? And Claire says she's never seen anything like it before because she hasn't, because they have anti-venom way back when, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it never would have normally gotten that bad if you were in the hospital, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Jamie looks like a sweaty hot mess.
He does.
Right?
Does. He has looked so much better, and he looks green. Like just green. And that vein in his head, like usually he reserves that for when he's like super angry, upset, right? But that he's ill and he's making that vein in his head stick out. Like, you know, like, well done, son.
Gosh, she looks like she's going to have twins.
Right?
Yeah. And that's maggots. They're going to look for maggots now.
It's going to be the big maggot hunt.
Yeah.
And that's the thing where, you know, you going into the woods looking for maggots. Well, you'll find that in, you know, like dead squirrels or different animals that might have, you know, just gone and died in the woods and stuff like that. That's
rotting meat, that sort of thing, you know?
Yeah.
Just a natural part of life. But I don't have any maggots on hand or close by.
No, me neither.
No.
I hope. I really, really hope.
Blah, blah, blah,
if there's any close, I don't want to know anything about it.
It's funny though that the spiders around here will find maggots and try and bring them to their little spider nests.
Yeah, let's not talk about that anymore.
Yeah, so I did find that once, and they grabbed a big maggot. I have no idea where they got it from, but I seen it carrying it, and it was like all squiggly and white.
And of course, the hero of the day will be one of our favorites.
Yes, exactly. Well, and I think they both know, but nobody got a buffalo. Sorry. No. Yeah.
See, that's the thing, see in the books, from what I recall is, like Jamie did shoot one of them, and it was injured, and the buffalo that wandered onto the ridge, after the ladies killed it with an axe.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure. I get it, and that adds to the drama, but putting that to actual screen just wasn't going to work.
No, absolutely not.
No, definitely wasn't going to work.
No. So when that happened, they found maggots on the bison from where Jamie had shot it. And so those were the maggots they ended up using.
Yeah. Oh, Jamie. I'm so glad that he doesn't have pajamas. Like, oh, look at his face, though.
I know.
All he can think about is that saw that he saw on the table. Oh, no pun intended. Yeah.
But being, I like how, that was really sweet how, he, he noted when she's worried, she's, she's being tender and sweet, but otherwise she's like a magpie.
But it's too late now to try and pretend, like he calls her out on it. Okay, fine. I'll be crappy too. It's too late now.
Too late. Yeah.
Boy,
his nipples are tiny. He has tiny, tiny nipples.
Well, he's not using them for breastfeeding, so it doesn't matter.
I know, but they're very tiny and very
cold.
And long, he's got nippies.
That's okay. They don't need to be special at all.
No, but look at them pokey. They're very pokey. No.
I mean, keep an eye on that leg. Keep moving the toes. Keep moving your toes, man. And the color of the house. Yeah, no.
It's a sale on paint at Home Depot.
Yeah, Home Depot. And it blends in with the ground, to be honest.
Oh, Jesus.
What are you going to do with that, Jamie? Oh, my gosh. Come on.
You look like a child.
Right?
God, stop it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this, I don't know. And maybe it's just me. This part, it doesn't sit right with me that Jamie would consider killing himself rather than losing part of his leg.
Yeah.
I
think it's a little bit of a brain poisoning.
It has to be, because I could maybe see that Jamie in his 20s, but not Jamie in his 50s. You know what I mean? I just, his life is a lot different. He's not like he's a soldier of war and he requires his leg. You know what I mean? I don't know. I guess this part I don't buy it. Yeah. So, and again, I think you're right. I think it has to be some of the venom. He's not thinking right, because normal irrational. Jamie, and maybe I'm wrong, leave us a comment or whatever, but it just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. No, I think he's being completely irrational. I think he's being a complete dick. I mean, you're fevered. It's got to be your fever. It's got to be you, because otherwise, because if Ian was talking like that, his brother-in-law Ian was talking like that, he'd give him a stroke upside the head.
Right.
It's just, you are no less of a man to me. You are no less, that's what he would say to him.
Yeah.
So for him to, have those same words.
Yeah.
Whatever, Jamie. It's just, it's one of those moments that it's just.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and now here they're having conversation about Stephen Bonnet, right? About him going to Wiley's Landing, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And just the thought of, Bonnet possibly being able, well, absolutely can take the baby if he says he's the father, right? Because back then things were so messed up. Could you imagine?
Yep. Well, and Brianna has no, and that's the thing too. Like they are married.
Yeah. But it doesn't matter if Stephen Bonnet says, hey, we had sex. I impregnated her. I'm the dad. Doesn't matter what she says. It doesn't matter if she's married. He's the dad. And she wouldn't have got pregnant if he wasn't the father.
Right.
So, yeah, things are really messed up.
Yeah.
Oh, and leave it to Josiah the hunter to find the maggots.
He found the maggots.
Yes, he did.
On a rotting corpse of something or other.
I think it's a rabbit.
Yeah.
I think it's a dead rabbit. So
dead rabbit. He's like,
should have tasted it. Should have tasted it. What a pretty blue.
Yep.
And I hate that. I hate hearing the kids cry because somebody pinched them, and that's just terrible. I loved watching the guy, the stand-in that played the buffalo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because this is
there's no buffalo there. It's just a dude in a buffalo costume.
Yeah. And Brianna, right?
Yeah. Yeah. She's calling the buffalo come towards her.
Yeah.
Instead of the baby.
Yeah. Trying to get it away. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Lizzie just hanging onto the thing, like, grab the damn baby. Probably was in fear, right?
Right. For sure. Yeah.
Yeah. And honestly, Brianna, that girl can take a hit. She just got headed by a buffalo. Like, oh my God.
Booted and ass over tea kettle.
Right. Exactly. Yep. And well done, Claire. Bravo.
Yep, right over right broadside. She hit that sucker broadside.
Jamie, what do you think you're doing?
Yeah, thanks for crawling out of bed and,
creating more work for Claire.
Yeah, exactly. Because what are you going to do?
Yeah,
naked and on the porch.
Oh, I could tell you what he could do naked on the porch.
See, the maggots were real.
Yeah,
and Katrina Balfe said they stunk so bad. She's like, I'm usually not, I usually don't ask for much on set. She goes, but I made them go wash them because those stunk so bad.
And they tickled Sam. He hated them.
Yeah. Yeah. God, could you
imagine? That would be so cool.
So nasty.
That would be so cool.
And then we get the slabs of the bison.
But isn't that awesome? Now everybody has, some meat to take them through the winter, because you get a lot of meat. But the only unfortunate thing about bison or buffalo, it's really lean. So it doesn't give you the fat content that you need, right? So you need to get your fat from somewhere else or add it to the meat when you're cooking it.
But gives you great protein. Yeah. And gives you also really great hide.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. So, and, I think back then, hopefully they learned a lot from the Indigenous, showing them, how to utilize the whole thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I like that he wanted to go and sleep in his own bed.
Yeah.
But I knew right away, because I hadn't read the books, that he was thinking he was dying.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yeah.
And who are they to argue with? The man wants to sleep in his bed. Take him to his bed.
Yeah.
Right.
Roger's like, carting your old ass all over the place is starting to become a thing here.
Yep, exactly. It's hilarious.
But that Jamie asked Roger to do it was kind of a big deal, because this is, again, showing a vulnerability, and he's showing that vulnerability to Roger.
Well, and it seems like their relationship is changing a little bit, like
And that's what makes it a big deal, right?
Absolutely. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I love how Brianna's comforting mom.
Well, because she's being honest. She made a promise that she wouldn't take his leg, but she said, come to it, if she had to, he would never forgive her because she would, even though she told him that she wouldn't, she would.
To save his life?
Yeah.
Fucking right, she would.
That's right. Yeah. I would too. You can hate me all you want, but but she doesn't want that. And she's afraid that she's going to have to make that decision.
Yeah.
I love, 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 love that Ian is in this scene.
Yeah.
I love,
well, it was, if Big Ian couldn't be there for this moment, because this was something that Big Ian should have been there for.
Yeah, absolutely.
And because he wasn't, his son stood in and stood up and did the job. And boy, oh boy, did he ever do a phenomenal job.
Well, and you have to remember, no one else would have this conversation with Jamie. They would just let him go on because he's not feeling well and he's sick. And Ian, he's at a point, well, you know what? Screw you. Like, shame on you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And it's true. And I love that Ian went away and came back with a different perspective.
Yeah.
Right. Because I'm not sure that he would have had that conversation with Jamie had he not gone and lived with the Mohawk. Right.
Yeah. Well, and he sees everybody differently.
Yeah.
Right. And he still respects Jamie, but he's not going to take any of his shit.
Yeah.
Just like his father wouldn't.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I love this.
That he had wished that he was his father growing up, but no
what
way.
A bad idea that was.
My father's braver than you ever were. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. And boy. Yeah.
And he needed to hear it.
His face, fucking rights he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm glad Ian was there to do it. Because again, Roger wouldn't do it. He's just joking around with them. And no one else, even Claire won't tell him that might have to take your leg. You know what I mean? Everybody's tippy-toeing around Jamie when they need to just stand the hell up and say, take your head out of your ass. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know you're sick, but...
Yeah. You're not dead yet.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I don't think he would have heard it quite as clearly from anybody else either.
Yeah.
Because it took a while for, Ian to be able to turn it up like that. I'm just going to go and do a thing.
Yeah. Going to see about a thing. I am. Yeah. So.
Yeah. And Roger's good at just go and do things.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
I feel so bad. I feel bad for him, but he looks terrible.
He does. He looks like absolute death. And that's the thing, because he feels like death and he wants to die.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. And I like this little interaction, like.
Man.
I don't know how to say it, like I get that, Ian doesn't want to hurt Fergus's feelings, but come on, Yeah.
And this is, they grew up together.
Yeah.
Like Jenny was also Fergus's foster mother.
Yeah.
For all intents and purposes, she raised him as well.
Yeah.
So.
And if Fergus knows there's something up, like, why don't you want me to see him? Like, why is it so important that I don't see him?
Yeah.
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 And I wonder if they kind of feel like they're, like they've been really close since the start. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. He's
almost like brothers more than cousins, right?
Well, yeah, because like I said, Jenny raised both of them.
Yeah.
And it's, I don't think Ian understands how much Fergus would be able to get through to him too, but at the same time, Fergus would probably make fun of him before he'd
yeah exactly.
Right.
I love that he brings back the whole men of leisure, you know. Yeah, Marsley won't be having any of that crap.
No. No.
And this was the big scene, right? Jamie feels he's dying in this moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He feels like this is the end for him. You can see it in his eyes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Claire sees it too.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people were like, didn't quite understand what was happening.
Yeah.
And what people have to kind of go back to is when Claire lost faith.
Yeah.
And was basically dying. And Master Raymond came in.
Yeah.
And was removing the last of the placenta.
Yeah.
And he reached into her and got her to call Jamie.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So he went to her center is basically what it was.
Yeah.
And so that in itself is kind of the same thing that happens here with them. People are calling it the magic hand job. That's not what it was.
It was to get to him, you know,
right, to his
that
center.
connection between the two of them, right? To bring him back to her, right? So, and that's always been a huge part of them is that connection, right?
And it wasn't necessarily that like the thing was she wasn't jerking him off. That wasn't what was happening there.
Right.
So that's a lot of people
automatically assumed that, right?
Touched me. It's like she went she wasn't
full blown touched him. Exactly.
Right.
You know, that's a part of their connection. So
it was more like cupping him around the taint area and, you know, kind of getting in there, going to his center, so to speak. And
but Claire knew right away, you know, she needed to get close to him, you know, all of that, right?
Yep. No space between them.
No, exactly. And that's why he asked her to lay beside him.
Right. And there's this thing too where like we were talking about with Master Raymond, you know, getting to the center of her core and having her call Jamie. Yeah. This is like her getting to the center of Jamie's core. Yeah. Now, what happens with him and her is her touch will eventually, you know, well, I don't know if they're going to do it in the show, will eventually have like this blue aura, like Master Raymond's did. And it's kind of a really cool story.
So more of that comes back?
Yeah. So this blue, like the blue from the very first episode, blue has meaning. Yeah. In the Outlander verse. And they had done, Sam and Katrina had done panel at one of the I can't remember, but it was before the season aired, right? And Sam had said we had just filmed a scene today where we're really proud of that, you know, that we did it was a love scene, like where we were like made love without making love, right? And this was the scene that he was talking about.
Right. And that makes sense. That's without giving anything away.
Right. Exactly. And I thought it was beautifully done. A lot of people, you know, made jokes about it and stuff like that. I thought it was beautifully done. But that's also knowing the book version of it. So I can understand how people were like, oh, magic hand jobs. Woohoo. Yeah. You know.
And And the imagination, you can start seeing it in her eyes right away, right?
Mm-hmm. Because her mom's syringe got broke by Dickhead Brown.
Yeah. Oh, I love this part. I just, she's just standing there. Oh, here it comes. Oh, here it comes. Fergus. Yeah. Fergus, I think he's gonna have baby.
And see, he's playing with the kids, and it's like, crud.
I love that. I just love her face and how she's groaning.
Yeah.
Go fetch me, lady. Oh my gosh.
She's like, nope, no time. This is happening right now.
And he's like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I don't know what to do.
Like Fergus is usually not, too panicky.
Yeah.
Probably should have given her the wooden hand.
Maybe, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm just afraid if she would have grabbed the wooden hand, she would have ripped it off.
Well, that would have felt better.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And Brianna, you gotta give the girl credit, right?
So for sure.
Yeah. And I feel bad. He shouldn't apologize for what he said, because he was 100% right. And I know Jamie told him that, no, you weren't wrong in what you said, but he shouldn't apologize for it just because Jamie's
losing his leg.
Right. And he shouldn't have apologized. So he could have said something different.
Like I'm glad that you listened to me, Uncle.
Yeah, exactly. Credit where credit's due.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Holy crap, is it ever dark in my room now? I feel like I'm on The Shining or something.
I noticed that it got dark pretty quickly there.
I had to turn the light on. Whew. Yeah, it's like a halo. Light. Yeah.
Kind of, which is so not suiting.
Whatever. I'm like wearing white. It's very angelic.
Yeah, sure. Sure it is.
Oh, bite down.
Yeah. And we're getting wetty.
I don't know why she's got the scalpel. Like, dude, just grab the saw. I love this. Love this part where she just starts talking about nothing. Claire's like, what is going on here?
Well, see, sometimes you have to explain things exactly how it works so people can know. And then,
yeah, exactly. That's awesome. So smart. She is so smart. Brianna saves the day again. First, the buffalo, right? Mm-hmm. And now the syringe, but so smart.
Yeah, she's a doozy, that girl.
Yeah,
we really need to keep her around.
Look, squirt. Mm-hmm. Oh, it works. You're going to save your papa.
Gonna save your daddy's leg.
Yeah. Brace yourself.
It's gonna hurt you, motherfucker.
You know what? Mm-hmm. Oh, look at the hangover.
So much.
Oh, you gotta look at that. I know, it looks so cool.
So nasty.
And
she kind of looks like blueberry raspberry jelly. Blech.
Yeah, mixed in with skin and muscle and tissue. Mm-hmm. Oh, so yay. I hope it works. Well, of course we know it works, but anyway. Well, but still, Jamie is so grateful that, and last second, right? Mm-hmm. Why does everything have to be last second with these people?
For dramatic effect.
I know, but whatever. I hate drama. Okay, but I like Outlander. No, I love Outlander. Okay, I'm take it back. Make me stop talking.
Felicity.
Look at, she looks so amazing for just having a baby.
It's Mercilessly. Of course she does.
I wonder where they got the name Felicity from.
Well, it's probably, it's a little French name.
Yeah.
Felicity. Felicitations.
Named it after me.
Yeah.
They named the baby after me.
Isn't that sweet?
Yes,
I'm just going to call you Felicitations from now on.
Felicitations? Why does that sound?
It's better than syphilis.
Oh, God. Or Philly. That.
Philly sandwich.
Philly sandwich. No, because that makes me sound like I have a really big vagina.
You do.
No, I don't.
Whatever.
Mine is nice.
Whatever.
Anyway.
It's a sandwich.
But here's the comedy hour again, the comedy duo.
Yeah. I really hope they play this up a little bit more next season. Like,
me too.
Make these two a little bit more of a, a little bit more humor between them. I doubt it, just because of the content of next season.
Okay, but don't tell me that.
I don't think that's going to happen.
I got to get through A Breath of Snow of Ashes. I have to get through that book and read book 7 before February when it comes out.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. They're not going to have a buddy laugh, ha ha ha. Yeah,
no, that's not in the books.
No.
Well, but this is the series.
It's not. No, it's not necessarily in the books. But since I know the content of next season, just because the Christies are coming to town,
okay,
it's not going to happen.
Oh, you said that, and the cat whipped its head around like it heard you.
Mm-hmm.
Little
Asso knows.
I'm telling you.
So knows.
Right. Asso knows. Asso knows.
Mm-hmm. So does.
Why are you being like that, Claire? I don't understand.
Because she has something on her mind.
I know, because he tried to die.
Uh-huh.
That's why you had Roger and Ian bring you in.
Phyllis, don't fucking read. Ugh.
I did that on purpose just to
I know
piss
you
off.
did. I know you did. You're such a turd.
God. Oh, Jamie.
Yeah. Not dying was harder. Well, yeah. So don't.
But shouldn't that be more important than dying?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Oh my good heavens.
Jeez.
Yeah.
What a turd.
But at least he did ask for her instead of just dying, right?
Yeah.
Because if anybody was going to bring him back, it was going to be her, right?
It had to be her. There is no one else.
No. No, not at all.
And that's, well, hopefully we won't know, but it's a thing with these two.
Yeah.
They're the only.
So was there anything in the book that you would have liked to see that they didn't represent in season 5?
I don't know. I really don't.
Because didn't they take parts of book 6 as well and put it in season 5?
Yes, they did.
All right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't. I missed having Brianna shoot one of Stephen Bonnet's balls off. That was fun.
Yeah.
In the books. Yeah.
That would have been kind of cool, huh?
Yeah. She shot off one of his nuts. But, I understand so much of the changes that they make and stuff like that. I totally get.
Stop yawning.
I can't help it, man.
It's because we're doing it late and I get it. So it really is past my bedtime.
But the thing is that, I'm more of the type that's just grateful for whatever we do get.
Yeah.
Rather than talk about the shit that we don't get.
Yeah. And I just really can't talk about the end of Outlander. I just can't because, we have our own thought process behind it and I can't think about it because all I can think about is what the hell am I going to do?
Right.
It's going to be
in my life.
It's going to be, I can't just stop. I can't. No, we're done. We're done. Yeah.
We literally are not. We are.
I know, right? See, that was like my timing is like impeccable today. Like really, it's like pretty damn good, I think.
Moments in Sistery.
Well, you know what? I think women have been the backbone of a lot of stuff that went on in Canada, don't you think?
Yep, absolutely. They're, good, bad, ugly. We can take some credit and take some blame. Women have cared for wounded soldiers throughout Canada's wartime history as well. They were called the Nursing Sisters.
and they carried out official duties with the military during the Northwest Rebellion, the South African War, and the First and Second World Wars. Also, the Korean War. Dozens died from enemy action and disease during their service. It was in 1885 when Canada's nursing sisters first took to the field, providing care to the Canadian troops sent to put down the Northwest Rebellion.
You know what? I think people underestimate nurses, like even nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
I think people look at them, it's their job. To be a nurse means a lot.
Oh, so much. The time, the effort, the empathy, the amount of knowledge they need to have. The thing that, and here in Alberta, they're getting cut. Jobs are being cut. Their pay is being cut. One thing that I hear all the time is Alberta nurses are paid more than any other nurses in any other provinces across Canada. And then I look at their pay and I'm like, okay, people shouldn't be bitching about how much Alberta nurses are making. They should be bitching that other provinces aren't paying their nurses more.
Exactly. 100%. I agree with that.
Because these people save people's lives every single day. They are overworked and underpaid. And we need more nurses, not less nurses. So by, putting a stranglehold on them, we're just asking for trouble.
Well, and you think about how much a doctor makes. And, and I get that, they have, the longer, broader education and all of that. Yeah. But when you think about work,
yeah.
and nurses maybe make an eighth or a quarter of what they make, that's sick.
Yeah, it is. There needs to be, nurses need to have more supports and not less. We've got to really stop and, pay attention to like the history of what nursing was and what nursing is to this day. They are the rock of our healthcare system. Yeah. And, you gotta love them. You gotta support them. And, because they have been around for just as long as I think before doctors, there were nurses.
Yeah. And, I think, we can say it's just the feminine way, whatever. There's male nurses too, for goodness sake. You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with that. So, you know what, guys, we want to hear about your stories. So do you have someone in your family that all they do is help everybody? They put themselves last, what is it like for you as a family member? Do you have a friend, that always puts themselves on the back burner and just go for everybody else? Share your story with us. You can visit us at sissues.ca, or you can reach out to us on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. If you don't want to even use your real name, we won't even use your real name, right, Sher? We'll give them a new name.
We'll call them Stinkelfockelwalk.
There we go. It could be German. It could be an alien language. You could give yourself your own pseudonym if you want to. But reach out to us, and we'll even let you know when we're going to air your story.